I watched a lot of stand-up as a kid. My dad was really into stand-up, stuff like, you know, The Chappelle Show, you know, just late stuff on Comedy Central, and it was kind of the one way that me and my dad bonded, because he was always kind of introverted, never really talked a lot, so that was kind of the one thing we started on. And I went to a performing arts high school, and I have a theater background, and I found that like traditional acting roles I didn't really feel comfortable in, but then I found a place in stand-up, and I was still able to perform in the way I love without having to fall into those more traditional roles. The first time I ever did stand-up, I was terrified. I was so scared. I like had like a full like episode after I like cried. I was just so afraid. But one of my friends told me it gets better every time, and I didn't believe him, and I didn't do it again for like a month. But then when I started up again, I was like, oh, this is it. I understand. Yeah. Donald Glover's Weirdo. I love. John Mulaney's a classic. I love, you know, New in Town. I also really am into Bo Burnham's most recent special, What, is probably my current. I've been revisiting that one a lot lately. I've been really into Community lately. Um, as far as other shows, um, really into, gosh, The Daily Show is like a big inspiration just from like, I really like politically driven stuff. And then movies, I'm always a sucker for the classic rom-com, Easy A, 10 Things I Hate About You, the kind of things that loop comedy in with other stories, the stuff I really love. I really like Whose Line Is It Anyway, you know, the old SNL, far back, stuff like that. I wrote an essay for a class on John Mulaney's Horse in a Hospital, so I think that might have to be my favorite contender. I'd love to go on tour with Donald Glover. He just seems like so much fun, and he's also branched out so much from comedy, and that's something I really look up to. Bo Burnham, um, Dave Cummins, Chappelle, of course, um, geez, that's a toughie. Chris Rock, and Betty White. Just see what she'd say. I'm a member of an improv comedy troupe on FSU's campus, Nowhere's Allowed. So I love improv, kind of classic sitcom shows, web series, things of that nature. I've always been a writer, and it's something that really interests me. So I'd love to be, you know, writing for a project someday. Hopefully still doing stand-up, of course. I want to start running more shows and working in kind of the backstage kind of role of things. And I love to be writing for like a web series or some starting production of a show or something. Instagram is J.Miles00. My Twitter is FigNewton00. You can just search Jaq Miles Figueroa on Facebook. I just want them to always feel like there's somebody out there that hasn't, even if they haven't gone through the same things, is knowing what they're thinking, because I always want to make people feel like they have someone on the same level as them. Hi, my name's Jaq Miles. Go ahead and check out my interview on QTPie.com.